The board game's the thing wherein we'll catch the conscience of the king of Unmatched. Shakespeare will hurl slings and arrows with his iambic pentameter.
Hamlet will choose whether to be or not to be.
And the Wayward Sisters will boil up their broth.
And Titania, she'll entice the forest goers with her glamours.
By the end of this video, we'll help you decide which of these characters is best for you and what their relative strengths are.
So Shakespeare, Flash.
Yeah, so this is a theme that I didn't expect to see in the Unmatched world.
No!
But
What a great surprise.
I'm an English teacher by day, and this appeals to me.
Yeah, you even mentioned that this would be a game you'd bring to your class.
Yeah, this is one that I think could be a lot of fun because, as you know, in Unmatched, it's pretty quick to learn. The combat system is fairly simple. The games are on a timer. As soon as your cards run out, you're exhausted, so you need to get through it pretty quickly.
And what I really love about what they've done here is they've really gotten into each of the characters' personas and themes of that particular character.
The spirit of the characters.
And has really brought them out. And hopefully we're going to show you a little of that today.
Yeah, absolutely. So Shakespeare is an interesting character. We'll begin with him because he's sort of the progenitor of all of these spawns. But,
absolutely.
So he has a flock of 3 actors with him. This is Shakespeare right here.
Yep.
Nice little miniature. Doesn't look that imposing on an Unmatched battle board, but man, he actually packs a punch.
Yes.
I was impressed. I would say he's fairly slow moving. He only moves 2 spaces, or you can move your little minions, your
actors.
sidekicks.
Yes.
In this case, they're actors. Interesting that they have a female actor, because in Shakespeare's time it would have been boys dressed up.
Male
to play
or female.
the part.
You can flip
You
the
can
role.
flip it over.
Yes.
That's right. So you can become whatever you like there. These guys only have 1 hit point each, so they really are cannon fodder for Shakespeare. You can send them in.
But they kind of come in and out though, don't they?
Well, that's the thing, is that actors never truly die. They just have a stage death. Ooh. So some of his cards bring them back to life after they have fallen from grace and exited stage left.
Yes.
So his main power is the iambic pentameter. And that's essentially that after you attack, you're going to be placing your cards into your line of poetry. An iambic pentameter has 10 beats. So what they've done is each card has a certain number. So once more up onto the breach is 6 beats.
Okay.
So then after I've defended.
Onto the beach, yes. Okay.
Onto the breach, I'll do, so now I'm up to 8.
And it actually does show you as well, so you can actually cheat and just use your adding skills there to add up to 10.
So once you hit once you're getting close to 10, you really want to hit 10 right on the nose. So if I were to play this card to defend or attack, that would add up to 10. I need to read out my line. So once more once more onto the breach, again, alas.
Oh,
and
Flash.
Then, because of my dramatic reading, I get to trigger the ability here.
Of the last event.
Yeah, so draw 2 cards, Shakespeare recovers 2 health. So that's
actually a really good event.
That's mighty.
Yeah.
So that's a neat effect. And if you go over, you still recycle your lines, you just don't get the effect. So that's pretty neat. But he's
got some really strong attack strength too.
Yes, this guy is.
Look at all the 5s.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I've got 2 of these 4s, and after combat, I deal area damage.
And extra damage.
Yeah.
Gee.
So if
you draw a card if it was your. That's your iambic.
That's the iambic pentameter. So if I get into the zone, I can really pack a punch. And then these guys, look at that. My kingdom for a horse. So he comes
great
in
line, by the way. I love it.
Just slams you for 5 damage each.
Yes.
So he's very powerful that way. Now, it's interesting, too, that Shakespeare doesn't have any scheme cards, so he's all attack, defense, and versatility.
So there's absolutely no way to sort of retool or recharge that way.
That's right. And 13 health, so he's pretty typical.
A little bit
not
lower.
Not super low, not super high.
Yeah.
In the mix. Okay. So what do you got going on with Hamlet there?
Hamlet, well, really, there's only one question with Hamlet. And that's if you're going to be or not to be.
Yes,
so that's his opening power. Every turn you start with basically deciding on which side you want to play of your to be or not to be token.
So you can be a man of action, or you can not be a man of action.
Right, and if you're going to be, that means that you, when you're moving, you actually add a second card. your movement. So you would draw 2 cards instead of just 1.
On the maneuver action, yes.
If you choose not to be, you will take 2 health damage, and
Or you can apply it to Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, which is comical.
yes,
Because he essentially sacrifices his friend, so thematically that really works well.
right.
Because it says you could apply the damage to any of your
That's
fighters.
right. To any of your fighters, it does. Yes. So you can actually
shove them into the fray and get them executed.
And it's +2 attack for you.
Yes.
So you gain +2 for your turn. So yeah, that's a
Hamlet never hurt any of the people around him, though. So I mean, how is that accurate?
And everyone. So now, the other thing I did want to mention though is that he is a melee fighter.
Yes.
He's also slow like Shakespeare.
Yeah, only 2, which is fine. But we were used to playing Ali and
Bruce
Lee.
Yeah.
And they both had a movement of 3. So
a little faster, but
and then Lee also had that escape ability at the end. So
yes.
comparatively, they feel a little slower. But I think 2 is fairly typical for characters in the game.
So what I wanted to point out with Hamlet was some of his defensive abilities, because I found them to be pretty interesting and pretty you can block a lot of damage. So the one in particular was the Maddening Insight. And because Hamlet is kind of a milling faction, you're getting a lot of cards in hand, especially if you're doing that to be action a lot.
If you're not taking damage, then you are taking cards.
You're constantly you're very close to 7 most times. So Maddening Insight, when attacked, you get basically the cards in your hand become your number.
Your attack value.
Yeah,
that's
your defense
deadly.
value.
For somebody who has massive amounts of cards coming into his hand,
yeah,
that's huge.
And if you won the combat, then your opponent discards a card.
Yes.
So it's actually a pretty for a 0 strength. Obviously the 0 because it's your cards in your hand, but you're almost guaranteed to have.
You'll always have
4 cards.
You'll always draw cards and then use that card. So
yeah,
that's very powerful.
This one here, it's an instant end of turn. So this is the rest is silence.
Right.
So if you get attacked on in the first round of it, you can actually end.
Yeah, which is handy because the defender in battle is the one who triggers their after combat first. So you can just say, no, we're done.
And the whole turn ends.
Yes.
Right? So you can cut the opponent's turn early. And then this one here, nothing either good or bad. And this one's a nice little, just a little retribution card. So if you take damage, your attacker takes 2 as well.
Yeah, thinking makes it so.
Yeah, so as an overall though with Hamlet, as I said, we were speaking earlier, I feel like you really got the sense with Hamlet of you're into character.
You have to take action.
You have to take action, and you have to take it right away.
You do.
There's no time with Hamlet because you're both milling your deck and you're milling your health. So you are on the clock, as kind of was true to Hamlet's character.
That's right. And Shakespeare is a lot about timing and making sure that you get your card sequence correctly to activate and cycle the way you need to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant. Awesome. Next up are the Wayward Sisters. So like Shakespeare, these guys build up their cards before they go into the discard pile. They go into the cauldron.
Okay.
And in the cauldron, depending on what symbols you have on your cards, you can craft different spells. So for instance, I could do the spider and the bat, or the spider and the snake, and I could, spider and the snake is draw 1 card, one of your fighters recovers a health. So essentially she's all about preparing to, when she moves in for the attack, to launch spells to either escape or get extra actions, get an extra attack, that type of thing, so she can stack damage. We've got...
Once you use the spell, though, all those cards are...
The whole deck gets... goes into the discard.
You kind of... As soon as you hit a spell, you pretty much want to be constantly using those.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I would say so. The faster, the better.
Right.
So because there's 3 of them, they've got 6 health each.
Okay.
It almost feels to me like it's having 3 biggish sidekicks.
Oh, interesting.
So if you like a person who likes having a bigger number of characters, they are all considered heroes.
Yeah.
But they only have 6 health, so they die pretty quickly.
I did notice, though, playing against you, there's a bit of a trick because you are also spread out. So you're kind of having to go into one, and I had to target like 3 different separate occasions, which was also a bit of a trick. So it can be a bit of an advantage.
And you have to kill all 3 of them.
And you do.
To beat me.
Right.
That's right. So their cards tend to reflect prophecy searing, so they can see the future, they can pick cards and arrange the cards the way they want, so I can pair up and predict, it's card arrangement to predict how I'm going to fight you.
Okay.
We've got cards like the Hurly-Burly card. which is interesting because it can make your opponent choose your fate. You had that hard choice where it's, do you amplify the damage and the card goes into my cauldron, so then I could potentially cast a spell?
Right.
Or does it come into my hand, which helps me that way in terms of then I can play that card the next turn. So there's some neat powers at work with the Wayward Sisters.
Okay, very good. A Macbeth reference there, right?
Yes.
Oh, very good.
Of course.
So we'll move on to Titania. So her main ability is the idea of the glamour.
So this is a passive boost then?
This is a passive boost, and every turn, if your glamour has been used already, you'll flip up the latest glamour and take a look at what your latest power is. And then there's ways actually that you can use your glamour to actually amplify a card and actually bring glamours back. And so there's all that, the mechanics are built into the core deck. But you've got 6 different glamours. You've got the glamour of love, jealousy, invisibility, greed, sleep, and rhyme.
So you had a cool thing where you swapped places with Oberon, so you could put him in harm's way.
That's right, on an attack. That was one of, yes.
And you could also, if I was trying to block you, you could pass through my characters.
Yeah.
Normally you can't pass through an enemy.
Now the one that really, struck a chord, I would say, is the glamour of rhyme.
You absolutely destroyed me with that.
Yeah. So
Yes.
this one here, because it says after you play a scheme, gain 1 action. So I had a handful of schemes. So
Yeah.
I just kept playing scheme after scheme.
Oh, you played about 8 turns in 1 turn.
And then I was
Yes.
drawing more schemes.
Yes.
So I just
Yeah.
kept, because on the scheme, one of the options on the scheme is to draw cards.
That's
So I
right,
was
yeah.
milling my deck, also getting more schemes. So anyway, the glamours can really add a neat synergy to your deck here. So she starts with a 12 health. So a little bit lower on the health scale, I'd say. She has Oberon as a sidekick, and he starts at 6 health. And she's ranged, and Oberon is pure melee.
And just a quick note on the map here. It's interesting that you could stand on the stage and get a sight line over to this spot here, which was pretty cool because normally the zones are sort of attached all in a clump, but these 2 raised spaces allow for that ranged attack across the way.
Yeah. Now there are some tucked away spots that you did actually nestle into.
That's right. You can hide
the
away.
blue and actually I think maybe the dark browns over here would be too, even these ones. But there are some safe zones on the map as far as Titania goes for her.
You got to really hide in the shadows if you're going to be the witches because she can just peg off everybody from the centerpiece.
Right. So she can come on stage and be the show. But
she's a spoiler essentially.
She's a spoiler. She's a nuisance maker. She's going to disrupt your plans. And I did find in particular a couple cards that I thought were really just to highlight that is cards like, say, when she does a scheme, the scheme is actually just do 2 damage to a fighter in her zone.
So she does a lot of splash damage after the battle's over. You know, I neutralize whatever, and suddenly that comes out.
Like right here, parting gift.
Yes.
Literally, parting gift. After combat, you may deal 2 damage to a fighter in the combat. So, Oberon too. I've had some of his attack cards. Like he's got a lot of 5 attack damage cards. Like it's pretty strong.
Yeah.
And then you move him, of course, after combat to around Titania. He's always going back. One of my favorite cards, though, from Titania was this one right here, But a Dream. And again, playing that role of the spoiler. Immediately cancels all effects of your opponent's attack card. And you draw a card. So you get a card. They get to take the card back, though.
Yeah.
But not this time.
Yeah. I mean, it's a 0, but man, that card's powerful.
Right. It can nullify an oncoming attack. So, really neat character here, a neat spoiler role, and meddling.
So overall for this set, Shakespeare is a fun character who brings prose to life in the game if you're a dramatic person. Hamlet, he needs to be a man of action. I mean, he's going to deal damage either to himself or to those around him.
And the Wayward Sisters, crafty concoctors, always up for some spells, some potions. And Titania is the spoiler.
That's right. So thanks for joining us on Legendary Tactics. Now get out there.
Get gaming and be legendary.